Rich Rising family. Happy Friday. Hope everybody is doing really, really good out there. Um, I haven't been on here in a while, live, showing my face. So I decided to make a Friday an appearance. And as you can see, the title says, um, people that hate you often hate themselves. Most of the times, hate themselves, especially if they don't have a reason and it's just frivolous hate. I want to talk about that, but for some reason, my spirit is telling me not to. Even though I left that as the title, it's something else that I want to talk about, and it's not about that. Sometimes it's hard for me to articulate what I want to get out because I have so much that I want to say. I call myself bringing you guys on this journey with me, so bear with me. I'm not perfect by all means. I am not trying to be perfect, and that's what I want to talk about. So the title is kind of going to be contradicting what I'm talking. It's not contradicting, but it's not the same thing as what the title says. Um, I had a situation where I lost my cool, and I took accountability immediately after I did that. And then who the person that I was around didn't accept the fact that I took accountability so fast. They didn't accept it, so they kept trying to drag the situation on, and it was unproductive at that point because I had already acknowledged my wrongs. So let me turn this down. When you hold yourself accountable, it's counterproductive when somebody um, throws it back up in your face. Hey, Paige, can I ask me any favors? Um, you can listen, like, share, and subscribe. I want to say something. A lot of people tend to think just because you have some type of knowledge, viewpoints, opinion, strong opinion, theory, strong theories that make sense to a lot of people, that they tend to idolize or put you somewhere that is invincible. Hey, fake. So like, if you're a smart person, you're not allowed to make mistakes. You know, you're not allowed to I mean, like I just said, make mistakes. So if you or a person like myself who want to give my spiritual journey and show people how it's helping me develop become a better version of myself, um, people tend to look at me as if I'm not supposed to make mistakes because I am offering this guidance to others. Or in the same breath too, I have situations where a lot of times I have a lot of point of views that make more sense than others. And so people tend to take me as more intelligent, or somebody who, thank you for the subscription Vans, as somebody who cannot ever be wrong. And that can be a taboo. So when somebody is looked up to on that level make a mistake, people tend to highlight it for more than what it is, just because of the person, because what the expectations of that person's is, what that person is. So I had an incident. I am a very intelligent person. I can have a conversation with the president, and I will make him change his mind on some stuff. Or, just anyone that is very intelligent. I could have a conversation with Stephen Hawkins. I don't have to have all the knowledge. My conscience is so woke that I can know a little bit and I'll get it. You know, it's just, I don't know why, it's just like that. So I'm able to hit different points of, I can have a conversation with Candace Owens. I can have a conversation with what's his name? That black man, Bart Carson. Yeah, I can have a conversation with a lot of intellectual beings because I could see. I'm a seer. I can break things down. I can analyze stuff that's higher than what I even know. You know, it's hard for me. I can watch a movie in the first 10 minutes to tell like kind of what's going to completely happen, who everything. I don't know why I can decipher stuff, but I can, and it made me a better. It made me easy to learn and gather stuff very quick. So a lot of people who are older than me look up to me. I have people who are 50, 60 years old that I have that's tell me like, damn, you taught me something. Damn, I never heard that like that. Damn, the way you explain that, it makes more sense. Okay? This is the title that I'm giving in my community. Everybody knows this. Okay? The older folks come to me and they can talk to me about their problems. They have no problem with doing that, you know. I don't even know what to call it, but I truly do have a gift of seeing and understanding stuff and making it practical and applying it to life. And I do without even thinking, right? So in that position, people can tend to expect something out of you all the time. And mind you, sometimes I'm always living up to that standard. I'm always the one coming in, solving the problem, making it make sense, you know. So when I have a moment where I overload and I am overwhelmed by my emotions and I make a rational decision. Like my son had some absence on his school record when I know he went to school, and before I could um, calm myself, I was already upset because my son has had several issues with the school. He's been taken out to school without, improperly. I had to file reports. It's so much going on. I even sent them letters letting them know that I may, have to take legal actions because of the way they have behaved. So his absence, since he just got back to school, did not sit well with me when I know he was present. So when I called the school, I was emotional. And I was erratic. And I said, we got to get this fixed, or I'm going to have to take the actions into my own hands. And the person was like, you was threatening them. You didn't have to do that. Your tone was very wrong. And and soon as the person said it, I knew what they were saying. And they were right. And I said, you're right. You're right. I said, I'm emotional because it's my baby and I want him to graduate. I don't want nothing to happen. So immediately when they made me realize to regulate myself that you are acting out of normal and you won't get far with that behavior, I snapped out of it and I said, you're right. And mind you, I left a voicemail. This was a voicemail I did. So once I hung up the phone, the person let me know, like, yeah, you could have did that better. And I said, you're right. You're right. I felt bad for 1 second. And then I said, I could have handled it better, but it's a voicemail. There's nothing I can do about it. It's sent. And I got myself together, like, going forward, you will not use that attitude to get a point across for your son. Because again, it does not help you when you already are hostile with these people and they're trying to help you. They can write you off as erratic and then they don't have to listen to you no more. So you do want to calm down when you're handling business. That's important, even if you're right. So she was right. I needed to calm down, and I did. And I took accountability that I lost my temper, and I said it. Yeah, I just really just got overwhelmed because I feel like they trying to attack us. I said, let me calm down and send an email. And going forward, I won't do that no more. I know it's a tactic right now, and regardless to how I truly feel, if I want somebody to help me, I gotta calm down. So I took this person's advice. I did not give an excuse to my behavior. I did not say, well, they did this, and I did not give a reason, because at the end of the day, my reaction is my only control. That's the only control I got. It's my reaction. They don't control how I react. So me pointing fingers at them and because of how I react is fucking pointless. Okay? I could feel internally how I want to feel, but Acting all wild and crazy and provoking the situation don't make it better. It actually hurts you. She was right. I did not argue with that. I said, yeah. Now, when somebody take accountability, this is the part I don't like about people and sometimes humans. Um, they get hypercritical. They drag shit. Especially for people who hate him, hey Faith, Kelly, especially for people who are deemed as intelligent or as a problem solver or a know-it-all. I got videos where people call me know-it-alls, or I mean, and I just mean business. It's not that, you know. I just want to be better. I just want to do better. And if that make me look like I'm intelligent, then so be it. I still make mistakes. So I took full accountability for my reaction to the absences. I admitted that I pooped that up. I admitted, I said, yeah, that was stupid. Why did I act like that? Damn, I still need to check myself. Time go by, we're watching the movie, and we done changed the subject. We're literally talking about something completely different. It has nothing to do with me going off. Now, mind you, this was a voicemail I left. There wasn't nothing I could really do to fix it. And what I did was I sent the email that was more clear, more thorough than a verbal voicemail, erratic, upset, threatening. I reframed myself by sending an email. That's the most I could do. And we started talking about the movie we was watching called The Golden Child, which I conjured to come on because that day before I had watched The Creator on Netflix. Y'all should go watch that. And it reminded me of The Golden Child. You know, I love movies like that. So while we watching The Golden Child, I was trying to I haven't watched Golden Child since I was a kid, so I was trying to get the guys, hey Daily Double, I was trying to get the guys of the movie or whatever, and then we was explaining how evil was trying to get the little boy Golden Child, the little girl or whatever, to themselves. And I had made a statement. I'm like, well, to me, it's so funny how people act like evil just sit in the corner somewhere. It's just always evil going to exist regardless, or evil just sit in the corner. And I used to believe that evil is just an entity that exists. That evil is existing just like good. Okay, you can't have good or without bad type shit. You know. I have a new theory with evil, and it's just popped up, y'all. This is just popped up. This is hypothetical. Everything I say is hypothetical. Because everything everybody says hypothetical. Hypothetically, we all don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Nobody has ever lived, died, and came back to tell nobody. So nobody, and that's my next thing. I'm going to watch a lot of near-death experience videos because I want to see if all of them, I want to see what parts that people say the same. And one thing they did say was they view their life. They view what they impacted on others. It was never nobody they met directly. It was just about the shit that they did in real life and how they affected others. And this is why I tell people, you better watch how you treat people. You hear me? Treat people how you want to be treated. Go look in the fucking mirror, and I'm telling you, for this a reason, your soul will reflect on that stuff. And I didn't even know all of that till recent, but I do know that how you treat people is ultimately important to what happens to you once you pass, and what you believe in too. Thank you, Rich Rising Daily Double. We don't say good morning. There's nothing good about morning. This is not a morning. This is a rising. We just rose up, and it's grand. It's magnificent. We got a beautiful opportunity today, you know. So we was having a conversation about evil, and I came up with the theory that evil does not exist by itself. I feel like evil is an accumulation of unmet needs and pain. Unaddressed needs and pain. I believe evil is conjured by the shadow. I believe evil is a symptom of a untapped shadow. I believe evil is what shadow create when it is not cultivated, acknowledged. Okay? That's what I think evil is. I don't think that it exists on its own. I think it's created by somebody's experience. Like, share, and subscribe if you agree with me. Now, this is hypothetical. I don't want anybody to think that I want them to, you know, that this is, I think it's fact, because when people hear something they don't agree with, they see it's crazy, you're crazy. I'm not crazy. I'm just thinking outside the box that's been put in us, that's been put on us. I'm not in the box anymore. I don't apply to any scripts anymore. My whole life and how I live is different. I'm enjoying life for what it truly is, not what was told it was. Thank you. Thank you, Smokylicious. I am single, but I am in love. So, those are two different things, okay? I am single by the government. The government will notice, will recognize me as single because that's how I show up on paper. I do have a lover. I've been with him 10 years. So, I can't, I don't even want to get the lie. He might see this. You know what's funny? It's the people that's around you. You will never be king of your own city. It's so many people that I'm very close with who probably have never watched my videos. I have people who actually who I'm very, very, very close with who say, I see your videos come across my screen all the time. They never like shit. They never like shit. But I give them these conversations in real life too. So they benefit off of it, but they won't acknowledge this stuff. You will only be king, or you will only get acknowledged from people who don't know you. And it's so weird. It's so crazy to me. So I appreciate every subscriber I have. I appreciate every comment you guys put in here, because you don't have to be here. You could be applying your energy elsewhere. And the fact that you're sitting here rocking with me, let me know that my message is getting somewhere. And I always say, even if I get one person, that's enough for me. If I have one faithful person who in here and say, yep, I understand every day, that'll get me to come every day. So if you that one person, please like, share, and subscribe. Oh, I'm going to take down my page. I'm not going to keep sharing all this stuff with y'all. I don't have to do this. No, I truly enjoyed. Go now. Let me see some of these comments. I'm gonna try to do this in the morning now, because I've been trying to like figure out a way to like include y'all in my day with this new regulation of me. I don't have the time. um I haven't been finding time in the morning. I've been doing other things that has been helping me. So, but I want to get back into it, because I'm coming up on a year in September that I had started this process, and I want to have 1,000 subscribers before September. So, and I come on now, I should be able to do that. If I go live every day, I should be able to do that. And then sometimes I'm gonna fake it with you. Sometimes I feel like I talk about everything. I feel like I covered everything. I feel like I don't want to come talk about the same thing. But sometimes you have to do that. I don't like to edit content. I don't like to do that. I like to be raw and uncut. So you won't catch me doing a lot of edited videos. If I can't just come on here and say my piece, I don't know how else to come up. I can't record a video and then post it later. I don't feel authentic when I do that, because then you'll be editing out the parts that you think that's not good, when somebody else that might be the part that clicks for them. That might be it. So I can't do it. In my mind, I like to think people sit back and ride and listen to my videos when they're on their way where they're going, and they say, hey, I think that too. I can relate to her on that. I want any beautiful brown women out there, and or any way you look, you know, any women. I want you to take time and embrace your femininity, even if it's just putting on a pair of earrings. One thing about being a woman, I feel like if we don't hold that high enough, it's dumbed down to what you can do for the next person. And I feel like as women, we are not praised enough. And this is part of our demise too. But when we put women in our rightful position, I truly believe the world will be a better place. We hate the seed. We hate the mold that made the seed. and we expect the seed to come out right. I don't get that. I think women should have a big role in society than what we have. More respect. There ain't no way we haven't had a woman president. There ain't no way we ain't had a woman president, and a woman is more intuitive than a man. There ain't no way we can. A person, you mean to tell me that I can birth you, but I cannot lead you? I find something very fucking wrong with that. I can birth you into the existence. I can give you life, but I cannot lead you. That's a problem. How do you honor thy father if you don't love thy mother? See, patriarch is over now. I hate to see what's happening to those people in those other countries, but I do believe they need to be re re something. It's not right. It's not right that women and children are subjected to man's opinion. Do you know why judges used to wear wigs? Do you know why judges used to wear wigs? Do you know why judges wear wigs? Because it was to showcase that a judge had wisdom of man and fucking woman. He was a man and he wore a woman's wig to justify his knowledge. Has attained higher the height of a woman. Therefore, they already knew that women's intelligence is higher than men's. Yet, a person who has a higher intelligence than you cannot lead you. And you wonder why we at war. We just can't get along. We just can't get along. Guess we got thrown motherfucker in the throne. Tell your fellow brothers, let that woman lead. She led the seed here. She brought you here, gave you life. Why can't she lead you? Why ain't no women in the Bible have no real power? I can't get jiggy with that shit. I can't get jiggy with a book that doesn't give me power, that condemns me from the first page. I'm cool on your voodoo. Man, this man cut my grass so good, y'all. I'm trying to tell you. I love small businesses. Oh, yeah. So I made candy grapes. See, I want some candy grapes. I wish I could ship them out of the state. When I get big, I want to send y'all. I want to send my followers some. I just like to share with people who think like me, or who people who can, who have, who see what I'm really saying and take it for value instead of trying to pick it apart. And I feel like most of my subscribers are that. I want to share something with y'all. I want to give all y'all a shirt. See, that's why they couldn't give me no money. I'll be too generous. Too generous. I want to share. I want everybody to feel good about themselves. And ultimately, that's what I got this page for. I mean, yeah, I want to get super chats. Yes, I want to make money. But ultimately, I want people to feel good about themselves. And this shit makes me feel good about myself. I gotta go. I've been on here 25 minutes. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I want everybody to be happy and feel good about themselves. Is that so hard? Is that so bad? Is that so? Am I a bad person because I want people to feel good about themselves? And and I feel like that people are getting the wrong idea of what that path looked like. And I know that so many people want to be better people and want to feel good about themselves, but society has completely made that so fucking hard to do. Like, even if you looked in the mirror and decided to be a better person, do you know society has made that fucking extremely hard for you? Just on the shit they taught you? Like, your basic knowledge is conflicting you from being a better person. Like, you're thinking, I need to get my emotions to check. No, you need to get your perception in check. You need to think better. It's not even about the money that you don't got. It's not even about the friends you don't got. It's not even about the career you don't got. It's not even, it's definitely the education, but on a different level. It's the spiritual knowledge you lack. Could you and you going to go drink some wine and eat some bread, and you still wonder why you feel empty. You ever wonder why preachers and pastors commit the most crimes or the most heinous crimes? Because they are still lost. They still fucking lost. There ain't no true awareness in no church. Ain't no true awareness in no Bible. You gotta go within self. You got to know nature, and you got to know human. You gotta study human nature. You gotta study thyself. You gotta meditate. You gotta take time and block out all your fucking distractions. That means to be just sit in the room and be quiet. That means to literally reflect on your actions. You got to go within. You got to change the way you treat motherfuckers. Change the way you show up to people. Because when you die, that's the shit you got to look at. You ain't got to look at no damn. You're not going to be talking to God. You're gonna be looking at the shit that you did to people. Every time I watch a near-death experience video, that's what people say they run into. I get a reflection of my life. I get to see and I'm seeing what I did, the things that I did to people and how it made them feel. I could sit here and preach all day, but I ain't got time like that. Y'all have a beautiful day. Love you. Go look in the mirror. Treat people how you fucking want to be treated. And don't let these energy vampires make you feel bad about yourself, because these motherfuckers feel bad about themselves. Because the most people that hate you hate themselves. I don't hate nobody, because I love the fuck out of myself. I don't have time to hate nobody. But what I will go out the fuck out of you. I would feed you dust if you don't have the right character traits and you ain't trying to be a better person. I would ignore the fuck out of you. And I expect you to ignore the fuck out of me if I'm not your cup of tea. Have a good day, y'all. Be blessed. Oh shit, I always say be blessed. I still gotta look that word up. It sounds like be less. Be more.